you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys have been having a great year so far, a great month so far, a great week so far. I have been missing out because I had I have like medical issues I have to take care of. So by this time you guys see this video, I'm probably still in the hospital because I have to get a blood transfusion, but I made sure to make sure you guys have all the videos you can watch. If you are new to my channel, thank you for joining my channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of those good things. And make sure you hit the notification bell. Every time I decide to upload a video, you will know first. Make sure you leave all your comments and everything and suggestions and all of that in the comment section below my videos. Also, if you guys like to follow me on any or all of my social media, always check the description box. Also check the description box of any videos you might have missed. Or any videos that might go with this video. But with that being said, I am going to talk about today a very touchy subject for me, and it's basically dealing with someone who is a drug addict. First, I'm going to start by saying I know a couple people who are drug addicts. I can always say that I really don't deal with them close up per se. And I have went through a lot of ups and downs with someone who was a drug addict. So I'm going to speak from my experience, what I did. Also, if you guys look at the bottom of this video, at the bottom of this screen is going to be a helpline number. And you can't miss it because it's going to be at the bottom of the screen of this whole video. So call that number for sure, and you can always get help. When you do call that number, you can just talk to someone in general, or they can transfer you to someone that you want to talk to in your state and in your city. And they'll be able to help you from there. But I'm going to give you guys 4 in-depth situations, 4 in-depth things that are for sure to help you guys in when you're dealing with someone who is a drug addict. And I know this is probably not the best thing to talk about during this season, but I'm just bringing awareness to it. We have a lot of drug addicts in our family, and we really don't want to be in the same facility as them, or we don't want to be labeled as their family member. But you have to understand, drug addicts, alcoholics, people who we really don't want to label our family members, or they exist. They are humans too. But let's get started in this video because I don't have long. And I think this will be the only video that I do today because I do have to go to work today. So yeah, let's get started. The first thing that we always have to do when we are faced with any kind of situation is to educate ourselves about the addiction, or educate ourselves about whatever we have going on in our lives. You can search online. You have organizations you can search with. You do have drug organizations you can search. And you know, everybody knows about the 12 steps in drugs, in addiction, period. And they are not forced to follow these 12 steps, but it is recommended to follow 12 steps if you have a drug addiction, alcohol addiction, any addiction you have. And that's what we hear about, a lot of those 12 step situations. Online is okay, but to me, online, if it's not coming from a sourceable website, or if it's not coming from a doctored website, then it's not accurate. I know a lot of us refer to Wikipedia a lot, but Wikipedia is not a sourceable website, because if you look on Wikipedia, you could change the information. So anybody can type anything on Wikipedia and we think it's true, but it's not. Um Another thing we could do is seek professional and specialist help, like detox centers. Some people go to jail for detoxing. Um Basically what we call withdrawals. And rehabilitation clinics. To me, a detox clinic is hard to get into, because for some detox centers you have to pay for, and they're not necessarily free. There are some free clinics out here that will actually help you with detoxing or with your withdrawals. You just have to find one in your state or in your city. Sometimes you can always refer to like churches and all of them things for like support groups and all of that. You can go to your local police station. They usually hold support groups of just a lot of people who are drug addicts or alcoholics, and their family attend sometimes. You can always speak to a professional counselor or a therapist. Those are just some things that when you come to seeking professional help, then those are just some things you can look into. Um, if I was you, if it was someone who I was in a relationship with, or someone who is my brother or sister, I would speak to someone like in rehabilitation centers, or find myself a local or support group. Um, Dealing with this whole situation, it's good to have support groups, especially if you're in a relationship with them, or if they are your family. Then support groups come in handy, because you have someone to talk to who is going through the same situation you are. And then you have some people who would necessarily advise you to encourage the people who have the addiction to seek help. Encouraging and forcing is two different things when it comes to a drug addict. If you encourage them, it's mainly stating your opinion why you feel like they should go, or why you think they should go. Um, but you forcing them like you need to go. I'm gonna take you tomorrow. Sometimes it do get to that side of when it's a drug addict situation that's going downhill real fast. It do get to that. But what I will say is don't force them, because I promise you, if you force them, you're gonna waste more money than you would if you just encourage them to go. Um And before all of this happens, sometimes people, if they're like family members and they don't want like celebrities or something like that, they sometimes stage an intervention. An intervention is basically where it's a group of people that's close to you, that love you, and all of this stuff, and they put together a circle of friends and family, tell you how they feel, what they see on the outside looking in, and what they think you should do. It's basically someone to just to get you to wake up and see what's going on. Sometimes interventions work. I'm gonna say probably 40% of the time they probably work. It just depends on how deep the person is an addict. Um, and sometimes they don't, because they feel like they don't have the support they need, because they feel like everyone that is coming, like they being, what's the word for it? Like they being jumped on, basically. Um So you have to be careful when it comes to an intervention. But yeah, you can always ask your pastor or ask like a professional to actually help with the intervention, just to make sure that everything is on point with that. But yet, in anything we do, we have to have boundaries. And this is the last section I'm gonna talk about, because dealing with the drug addict, you have to understand that sometimes things work, sometimes they don't work. You just have to find out what works best for you and for your loved one. But in anything we do, we have to have boundaries. Um, I I would say this: in anything, you have to offer your emotional support. But yet again, you have to don't enable the addiction. And I say that because most of us, we love our loved ones and we don't want to see them hurt. So we not knowing that it's enabling them, we give them money and all of that stuff. Or when they run away for long periods of time, they come back because they either don't have enough money to buy the drugs, or they want to steal something to purchase drugs with, or something like that. Don't give them money. Um, Develop effective communication skills. And I say that because most of us, we don't, we present our opinion in different ways. Just be careful on how you present your opinion. Make sure your opinion don't come off as being bossy or forcing someone to do something. Um, and you can always, and I know a lot of people who attend therapy, but if you're a family member or a friend, attend therapy with them or offer to attend therapy. Just don't force yourself upon them. Because sometimes people get embarrassed when they work on an addiction or anything, and they really don't want anyone there with them. But just be that friend or that family member who offers. Well, if you ever need help or you need somebody to talk to, I'll go with you. You can always call me. Things like that. Um, but you should always know your limits, and and don't accept all of their behavior. Sometimes people go through withdrawals, they can become very violent. Call the police. Tell the police, or tell someone who can help that person. Just don't sit there, oh, they didn't mean to hit me, or they don't mean to be rude. Like, ask for help. Just don't sit there and accept that that person is violent toward you, or verbally abusive towards you. Seek help. And by you seeking help, is always a helpline number, like I said, will be at the bottom of this screen. And I'll put more information about drug addiction and all of that stuff in the description box. Make sure you pay attention to that. And that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys have any more suggestions that you want to leave, just dealing with drug addicts, put it in the comment section, and yeah, let's have a conversation about it. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and just love each other. And yeah, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.